Today we will learn how to derive saving function from consumption function. When we say saving function, it is saving curve, and consumption function is consumption curve. Saving and consumption, these are two complementary things. Saving curve we have to derive, saving curve we have to derive from consumption curve. Consumption curve. So for this, first we will draw consumption curve and then we will derive saving curve from it. Draw the diagram first and then we will have explanation of the diagram. In this diagram, x-axis will be showing income or output. Y-axis will show savings and consumption. First, we will draw a 45-degree line, which is also known as guideline or income line. It is income line, AS line, or income line, or guideline, or 45-degree line. It is also known as line of reference. It helps to determine a lot of things. Now, we will draw consumption curve. Consumption curve will never start from origin because consumption is never zero. Even at zero level of income, there is some amount of consumption which is required for survival. So the consumption which is needed for survival is known as autonomous consumption. Some amount of consumption is always needed for surviving. Even when income is zero, there is some amount of consumption expenditure required. So that's why consumption curve never starts from zero level or origin. It starts from somewhere above the origin. And second thing is, as income increases, consumption also increases. Higher the level of income, higher will be consumption. But at zero level of income, consumption is independent of income. Means even if income is not there, then also for surviving, some amount of consumption is needed. That is called autonomous consumption. Consumption has two parts. C is equals to C bar plus BY. C bar is autonomous consumption, consumption at zero level of income, which is needed for survival, and BY is called induced consumption, which shows the relationship between income and consumption. As income increases, consumption also increases. Now we will draw consumption curve from here. This will be upward, moving towards right, and we will name it as RC curve. This at zero level, the amount of consumption is OR. Actually, this OR is autonomous consumption. And this point, where consumption curve intersect with income line or 45-degree line, this is known as break-even point. Break-even point is a point where income and consumption both are equal. When income is equal to consumption, it is known as break-even point. To the left of point B, consumption is more and income is less. So this is dis-saving. This area shows dis-saving. This is dis-saving. And to the right of point B, there is saving. But no need to write here all these things. Now, what we have to, the most important thing is how to derive saving function, how to derive saving curve. To derive saving curve, we must know one very important point. By measuring vertical distance between consumption curve and 45-degree line at different level of income, we can get saving curve. I'll just repeat it again. By measuring vertical distance between consumption curve and 45-degree line at different level of income. We can derive saving curve. Okay. Now let us see what this sentence, how to measure this. At zero level, the distance is OR, which can be marked as OS on the negative side because saving is all saving curve always starts from negative, because at zero level the consumption which is done for survival is from the old saving or the past saving. So saving curve always starts from negative side. OR distance is marked as OS on the negative side of y-axis, and break even point B, where income is equals to consumption or consumption is equals to income, is marked as B1 by dropping a line here on x-axis. B1 we will mark. Now joining S, B1 and extending, we can get saving curve. By joining S, B1 and extending, we can get saving curve. So in this way, we can derive saving curve from consumption curve by just measuring the vertical distance between consumption curve and 45-degree line at different level of income. Okay,